What is up, guys? SDCC here and welcome to a video where we got loads of new screens straight from Gamescom, and these actually come from courtesy from Access the Animus on his Facebook page. Alright, to get in the first screen here, this is obviously co-op because there's two assassins, and the guy that you can see on the left has a big mace. So maces are really cool, and I'm really glad they're back because you could absolutely destroy people. So anyways, obviously this must be a chest where you have to get some information, steal something, steal armor, and as you can see to the right there's another assassin helping you defeat this guard. So obviously he's kind of protecting you in a sense. So obviously we don't get much from this, we just get to say that it takes place inside with really beautiful interiors, and I'm guessing you can loot from chests to get some stuff, which is really cool. So that's a really cool first screen. Alright, in the second screen we get a really nice look at Paris. This is the it kind of looks like a Spider-Man type thing where Spider-Man would hang off the edge of a pole, like in the games or the TV shows. But I noticed that he does that a lot, where he kind of hangs off and looks off at his target. I think this might be the where the E3 co-op demo was actually at. It kind of looks like that kind of building. With the Jardin de Luxembourg, and we also get a nice look at the draw distance with all the churches in the background. Looks very Assassin's Creed 1-ish. We get a very nice look at all the things in the background, and as you can see, Arno has a completely different cape on his left shoulder, and so there's going to be a lot of customization within Unity, and the graphics look amazing, and I just love the look of Paris, especially with this kind of hazy sunset. It just looks really nice. Here we get in a really important picture. I believe this Arno, judging by the little beard that he has going on. I noticed that he has that, and we can see his health. But also, this is a customization where you get to customize Arno. It kind of looks like the in Brothered, where you customized your assassins, and they were just kind of doing that pretty thing, you know, and all that looks really cool. But as you can see, to the right here, it says deadly, resilient, agile, unseen. So I'm guessing. Judging by the armor that you wear or how you rank up your assassin, it will like, let's just say you're not very agile. That means you won't climb very fast or run very fast. Resilient is you can't resist attacks all that well. Like if you were to get hit with a sword, it would do a lot more damage than something with maybe a lot more resilience. But as you can see to the left here of that little bit, it says deadly and unseen. So that means you don't get detected very much, and deadly means that you kill ruthlessly. Like, you kill but you're not seen doing it, you're just really smart when you're doing it. And then to the left of the picture, we can see all these different I guess like chest armors. So to protect your torso, they're kind of like the metal plate armor or the leather armor that we got in AC2 to Revelations. So that's really cool. We can see what the health bar looks like up in the top left hand corner. The Master Phantom coat, so I'm guessing that's like the highest rank coat or chest piece, which is really cool. It looks really detailed. Looks very I don't know, French, if that's a way, if that's a way to describe it. But in the bottom right hand corner, thing that really interests me, it says modifiers, melee armor 35. So basically what that means is that there's I guess a rank for each of these things. For each, like, these have their own special ability. So like melee armor, so I guess you're able to stop attacks. Your resistance is 35, I guess. Ranged armor, or time to blend, you have 25 seconds to blend. That it will keep you blended for 25 seconds and notice you. Or disguise radius, where they won't see you within 20 whatever, I guess, meters away from you. If you're 20 meters away from the guards, they won't spot you. Also, just a little note thing, it says a massively realized code that once caught the eye of Marie Antoinette herself. So there's going to be quite a bit of history to this, to some of the clothes in this. I think is really cool, and it kind of looks like chainmail for the hood. I doubt it's chainmail because it's not the right period, but it kind of looks like it. So that's a really awesome picture of what we get to see, the customization within Unity, which it just looks really cool and really detailed. Here in the fourth screenshot, we get a nice look at Elise, kind of a more descriptive look at her with Arno in the background. She looks kind of upset, but I have to admit the character models, or of the faces, is really impressive. She looks really lifelike, like Last of Us lifelike. That's kind of weird. She's like really thick red hair. As you can see, she's definitely we obviously know that she's a Templar. She looks kind of upset, like there's kind of a bit of war around her eyes. So maybe looks like she was crying. Spoiler alert! Just so you know, her father gets killed. So maybe this is Arno saying that, your father has been killed, or maybe I'm tracking down the people. And she's like, don't do it. Kind of like the vigilante Aiden Pierce going after the people prank calling or trying to get the person that killed Elena Pierce in Watch Dogs. So it just looks like she's crying, looks really upset. The character models look really nice, and it looks like Arno's trying to give her some news, or he's trying to convince her, like, join the assassins, or I'm so sorry for what I did, can you ever forgive me, type thing. Which is it looks like there'd be a bit of drama, which, you know, it add a bit of it make the game a bit more interesting than rather just killing and I'm on a redemption quest. It would just make it more interesting to watch, in my opinion. Here in the fifth screenshot, we get a nice look at what it will look like under the bridges. As we can see, I think they're aggressors because they're not in proper uniform. So I'm guessing they're the faction that's killing anyone, or he looks like he's looking for someone. Also, we get to see a nice little river kind of going through under the bridges. I would say that's the Seine, because the Seine River is quite big. It's really big, and this is just like a little stream, kind of like in Jerusalem in Assassin's Creed 1. If you kind of went northwest, you would kind of get to like a little river that you couldn't even swim in, which was kind of annoying. But I'm guessing under here, judging by the way it looks, is that it'll be where homeless people live, or people that fear to go up there. They'll live under here. Homeless people mainly, or poor people. And then, as you can see in the boat, there's a bunch of bodies, like dead bodies with blood in it, and your man is trying to cover them up. So I'm guessing that these people have either been executed, guillotined, or had their head cut off by the guillotine, or maybe family members, and he's trying to get them out to bury them properly. So I think there'll be a lot to see under these bridges, but not a whole load. But like, okay, I'm contradicting myself here, but I think there'll be quite a lot of detail under here, like homeless people, or you might be able to start a mission here, which I think is really cool. Here in this image, we get to see kind of, I wouldn't say it was a battlefield, it's more of like a camp, like Valley Forge was in Assassin's Creed 3. As we can see, there's a big load of people coming up in the background, so I'm guessing maybe they're angry peasants, as they were known back then, and these people are trying to get things ready, or they might be just cleaning them, or I don't know what they're doing, but they're obviously trying to keep things in order. But like I said, there's a massive crowd come back in, and they don't look too happy, kind of like a riot, and they're going to try and take their weapons. And to be honest, it looks like, I say this towards the end of the game, because this is bare bones equipment. They only have a few soldiers, only a few cannons, and nothing overly complicated, or nothing powerful enough to keep all them people away. So I'm guessing that this is towards the end of the game, where just they've nothing left, and it's only a couple of guards that roam the streets, and well, I guess they're trying to come off and finish them off. So this is a really interesting screen, and I'm guessing that's the end of the game. Here in this image, we get to see a picture of two kids running through a crowd of people, and I'm guessing that this at the beginning of the game, because there's they wouldn't exactly have parties like this at the end of the revolution, because the difference between the rich people and the poor people kind of faded out, and they kind of became one. And also there's guards here kind of watching the place, so they wouldn't exactly be in here, they'd be outside kind of patrolling the grounds, make sure nothing's going on. The palace is very well designed, it looks really nice inside. I cannot wait to play this game, by the way. I reckon it's actually got something to do with the beginning of the game, seeing that the picture kind of focuses on these two kids. I reckon the boy in the back chasing this girl is Arno, judging by the fact that Arno has long brownish black hair, and I reckon that the girl in front of him may be Elise, possibly, we don't know. But I just think it's the beginning of the game, judging by how it's focused on them and how it's a little kid. So this is a really good screenshot as well. The final image we have now is a co-op picture where we get to see he's wearing plate armor, which I think is really cool. I always like the plate armor in AC2. And as you can see, they're using the main assassin in front of us is using stealth, seeing that the guard on the right has no idea that he's actually there, and the guard on the left kind of distracting him. He has his hidden blade out. The assassin on the right, so he's obviously going to go up behind and stab him, then go over and help his friend. He's outnumbered, that guard, and then he's pretty much dead. This looks like the catacombs, judging by the fact they have torches on to light up the area, and judging by the stone, you can see all the skulls to the right and left and everywhere, and the kind of poor foundation that it just doesn't look like it'd be holding up for very long, but the kind of poor pillars holding it up, they're just kind of messed up. So this gotta be the catacombs, judging by the skulls and the torches. So thank you very much for watching, and comment, rate, subscribe, and goodbye. The final image we have now is a co-op picture where we get to see he's wearing plate armor, which I think is really cool. I always like the plate armor in AC2. And as you can see, they're using the main assassin in front of us is using stealth, seeing that the guard on the right has no idea that he's actually there, and the guard on the left kind of distracting him. He has his hidden blade out. The assassin on the right, so he's obviously going to go up behind and stab him, then go over and help his friend. He's outnumbered, that guard, and then he's pretty much dead. This looks like the catacombs, judging by the fact they have torches on to light up the area, and judging by the stone, you can see all the skulls to the right and left and everywhere, and the kind of poor foundation that it just doesn't look like it'd be holding up for very long, but the kind of poor pillars holding it up, they're just kind of messed up. So this gotta be the catacombs, judging by the skulls and the torches. So thank you very much for watching, and comment